Hey guys, it's Mindy and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mindy Simi. If you are new here, be sure to check out some of the other videos that I have done. We are currently in the process of renovating Newcrest, so I'm kind of doing a series with that, and the reason is I just wanted to take a break from Let's Plays because I wasn't really enjoying them, so I figured I would just do a series of speed builds. So today I have for you a Craftsman style home, and I actually really love this style of home. I based it very loosely off of my best friend in high school. I don't see her anymore, unfortunately. We talk every once in a while on Facebook, but her home was a lot like this house. She had the dark wood and the pillars on the porch, and I absolutely loved her house. It was just gorgeous. So this home is technically 4 bedrooms, because I did put a finished basement in this home, and 3 full baths and a half bath. It's a rather large home, and as you can see right there, I did put like a sunroof in the kitchen, and it turns out absolutely amazing. I did a white kitchen, and you guys will see in the screenshots how it turned out. I really love it. So anyways, I wanted to tell you a story. I've actually, well, first of all, I've been gone for a while. I haven't uploaded anything for a while. I've been crazy busy working. I babysit, so I recently started babysitting a rather small baby, and as you can imagine, I'm crazy busy, even though my other kids have gone back to school. So yeah, I've played a little bit off screen, honestly, and I just decided, you know what, I just want to play for fun. Not that I don't have fun recording, but I just wanted to play, by myself, and I really enjoyed it. So I started, you could probably hear my dog in the background. I don't know what he's doing. He's being crazy. So anyways, I was playing this adorable family. I started out with just a young adult, and her name was Aaliyah, and she had a beagle named Pippa who was an adult, and I absolutely loved Pippa so much. Aaliyah would take Pippa for jogs every single night. Like, I made it a point every night for her to take Pippa on jogs by the beach, and Aaliyah was a gardener, so every time she was in the garden, I don't know if it's something that The Sims did, but Pippa would always go out there and sit in the garden with her. So I have so many screenshots, and I should have put them in here, but I didn't. I have so many screenshots of Pippa sitting in the garden with her human, and it's so cute. I love it so much. So eventually Aaliyah, I wasn't playing with any cheats. I just kind of wanted to play, from the beginning. So Aaliyah met Akira, and of course everybody knows Akira, and I did change his appearance a little bit, and they eventually got married, and between Akira working and between Aaliyah working, they were able to move to a decent sized house in Brindleton Bay, which I love Brindleton Bay. I used one of those lots kind of like out further in the distance. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but they're kind of like hidden off the road. So we moved over there, and I have a little greenhouse for her, and I also recently just built a like a little small flower shop, and my goal is to kind of have Aaliyah eventually be able to buy that flower shop while fixing up her house. I actually was able to build a decent sized house. This is probably, without using cheats, the biggest house that I have been able to create in The Sims, because my Sims making bank, you guys, doing the gardening career. And she doesn't even have like what I consider like a large garden. She's also going into like the floral design career, because I don't know if you know, you get to a certain point, you can either pick botanist or floral design. So I picked floral design, and I thought that would work really well for her. So now the house is big, but it's not completely furnished, because I wanted to get at least a 3-bedroom house, because she has 1 kid and another one on the way. So I wanted to be able to make a big house and just furnish it as we go. So those are kind of my goals for Aaliyah and Akira. But unfortunately, after Aaliyah got pregnant, Pippa turned into an elder, And shortly after the baby was born, Pippa died on New Year's Eve of all days to die. Pippa died on the front porch, and you guys, it was so sad. I've never had an animal die in either The Sims 3 or The Sims 4 because I never play it long enough. To be completely honest, I just don't. So I was so sad, like, seeing her little body laying on the porch, and poor Leah was, like, mortified. Like, she came out, and she was, like, crying, and she was, like, throwing her arms in the air. And the Grim Reaper was there, and I couldn't click on him because I thought maybe, like, I could, like, save her. I don't know, because my Sims don't die a lot. I never played them long enough to know, so I couldn't click on the Grim Reaper at all. But I did get Aaliyah's little urn thingy, and I was able to click on that, and I was like, you know what, I don't want Ghost Pippa hanging around. Like, it seems a little demented to me. So, I went ahead and sent her off into the netherworld. So, Aaliyah, or Pippa, is at rest, and I am horribly sad. But I'm going to keep playing them because I really enjoyed them, and I considered maybe making, like, a Let's Play out of it while I still do my series of building New Crest. I don't know yet, because I am enjoying them a lot. So, like I said, Aaliyah has one toddler, a toddler boy, and he's so cute. Akira makes really cute babies. And, so I have a toddler boy and one on the way. So I'm pretty excited, and yeah, I was thinking maybe that would make a really good Let's Play. So I'm not sure. And I do want to apologize. My throat is a little bit scratchy. I'm going to take a drink of water really quick. Gotta stay hydrated. Alright. So, you saw me do most of the downstairs right here. I'm just expanding the dining room. I wanted to make sure there was plenty of room to have, like, family dinners and Thanksgiving and things like that. I do go back and change the kitchen. I eventually make it all white, and let me tell you, it looks so good with the sunroof there. Like, it looks so nice, and like I said, I have screenshots of that at the end. I wanted something that would be, like, light and bright in the springtime, but, like, warm and cozy in the fall and in the winter. And so I thought that this house does just that, because the living room seems more cozy with the darker woods, whereas the kitchen's, like, really light and bright, and it's gonna look beautiful if it's, like, raining or something. And it's actually fall in the game right now, so the screenshot that I have, it is a little bit darker outside, which I absolutely love. Like, it just, I don't know, I love this kitchen, and it is a little bit like an awkward shape, I guess. It's kind of like a gallery, what is it called? Galley style kitchen, where it's kind of narrow, but it's still a kitchen that I feel like I would personally wouldn't mind having, because I put tons of counter spaces in there. So the upstairs is furnished for a teenage girl and a child boy. Everything's very cluttered up here because it is a small upstairs. So, a lot of things you see kind of like mushed together. There's just like a lot of clutter. It's very cozy. I do want to let you know I did play test this. Everything works out fine. I did have an issue though where I had already uploaded it to the gallery, and, when I went back in, for some reason, my oven was missing. Some of my shelves were missing. I don't know what was up with that. I think it was because, like, I used move objects, and it just kind of glitched or something, but it was completely missing from my game. I was really upset about that. I had to go back in and put those things back in my game, and re-upload it. So you guys can download this on the gallery. I named it Crafty Craftsman, and, my gallery ID is Mindy1990 and my NDII1990, all caps. So yeah, check this house out and be sure to download it. I love it. I can't wait to play in it. My brother actually, who's sitting right beside me, he created a family to live in here, and it's a single mother with like I said, a teenage daughter and a little boy, and the little boy's like in Scouts, and the teenage daughter, I don't remember her name. Do you remember what you named her? Yeah, we don't remember her name, but she's kind of like the wild child. Like, she's very preppy, but she's like rebellious, I guess. So she definitely gives her mom a hard time, and I just wanted to kind of create this room to maybe like bring out her personality a little bit. So she's got lots of stuff on the walls. She's got makeup. again, lots of clutter, and she's just really about her looks, and I'm really proud of that room. I absolutely love that room. Excuse me. So moving over here is the son's room, and again, everything's a little bit cluttered. I imagine this boy to be about 10 years old, and I stuck everything close together, but I've got that scout board in there, which I think is going to be perfect, and he's kind of like the good kid. Like, he's quiet, he sticks to himself, he does his homework, makes sure that everything's done. You know, he's a scout kid, so he's got the good trait. And yeah, I really liked it. I put some toys on the shelf, so I do apologize if your sim tries to put them away. I didn't put a toy box in his room, I don't believe, because there just wasn't enough room. But everything works in here. He can get to the dresser, he can get to his desk, he can get to the scout board and to his bed. So I did check all of that for you. They can also still use that hamper, which I was kind of a little bit iffy about when I put it in. I was thinking to myself, I wonder if they can use that hamper. And then I remembered, like, oh yeah, I gotta put a hamper in the girls' room too. That's one thing that I always forget, is I always forget to put hampers in the room. And I remember on The Sims 3, they would just take their clothes off and leave it. So I would put hampers literally in every room. Like, if you walk in the living room, there's a hamper in there. But that's not realistic. So I like on The Sims with the laundry day stuff that they actually put it in a hamper. The master bedroom, which I am currently working on, I wanted kind of like warmer colors to kind of maybe like bring out the rest of the house. And this room is not as cluttered, but I do want to let you know that if you look at this when you're playing, the roof kind of goes up, like that slanted roof right there. I'm pointing out the screen like you can see me. That slanted roof from the kitchen with the sunroof. It does kind of go through the windows a little bit, but it's not really prominent. Like, it does. If it doesn't bother me playing, it's probably not going to bother you. So it does peek through there a little bit. I just want to let you know I tried to kind of work with it without getting rid of it. That was the best that I came up with, and yeah. So you guys are just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to get used to that. So the master bath has 2 sinks in it, and it's really cluttered. I wanted to get like some shelving on that back wall there, so that shelf actually sticks out a little bit from the wall, but I don't think that you can, yeah, you can't see it from the other side. But again, everything can be used. The toilet can be used, hamper can be used, the shower and the bath can be used. So yeah, I know it is a little bit cluttered, but I kind of like that idea. This is the main bathroom that I'm working on right now. I wanted to make it a little bit more for the children, since there's a half bath downstairs for the guests, and then, you know, the master bath. I wanted to get like more of like something for the kids. And so, like, I stuck that little bucket. I can't remember if it's a base game bucket or if it actually came with the laundry day pack, but I did stick that under the sink. I thought it was pretty cute, and like I said, everything can be used. So here, I'm just kind of working on the hallway. I wanted to get some decorations in there so it wasn't so, like, bland and nothing was in there. I got some plants in there, as you can see, and then I think you actually see me kind of jump to the basement, because if I remember right, I forgot to record, or I thought that I was recording some of the outside area, and I actually wasn't, so it actually skips through that. So I do apologize, but trust me, I tend to not record me doing the landscaping because I'm horrible at it. I don't know what it is. I can't figure out how to make flowers work together, if that makes sense. Like, I think, like, oh, I'll put a rose bush here, but then, you know, obviously I don't think it's really realistic to have a rose bush and then a cactus. So trying to, like, work everything out so it fits and it looks decent, I don't know. I struggle with that on Sims 4. On Sims 3, for some reason, I don't know, like, I love doing landscape. So I don't know what it is that changed about Sims 4, Sims 3. I think Sims 3 offers a little bit more variety of plants and a little bit more that feel like they could go together. I've watched a lot of tutorials, and yeah, I don't know, I can't get it all together. What I do like about this house, especially, is the clutter. And then I think I go over here, so that door right there actually leads down to the basement. I wanted to make it seem like maybe when they first moved into this house, the basement wasn't finished, and it's just a small part off the kitchen. or maybe it's just like a cellar, or, you know, they keep storage down there, you know, regular, typical, dusty basements, and then they just fixed it up. Because when we get to the basement, you'll see that the decorations are a lot different. Like, the style of the basement's a lot different than the rest of the house, because it looks like, you know, it was just recently remodeled. So here I am just cluttering up the kitchen. I wanted to kind of make that flow into the rest of the house without making it look insanely cluttered, like still keeping it clean. So I put some spices and some olive jars and some books, and yeah, like, it really is an awkward kitchen. So I do apologize about that, but I don't know, like, I still really, really love it. I really love how it turned out, and I love the white countertops, like I said, with the sunroof. And then right here, I thought that I was being clever. Like, I wanted to put a pot on the stove and a tea kettle. Like, I always have a tea kettle on my stove. And it didn't work out. Like, when I tried to use the stove, it wouldn't let me use it. I was like, oh man, that really stings, because I thought I was being clever, and I thought it was a really cute idea. So, just to let you guys know in the future, don't try to put pots on your stove, because it doesn't work. But, yeah, I just thought it would be really cute, like, to have a tea kettle there, and, you know, I don't know if I could, like, move it back some and it would still be usable, but I always have a tea kettle on my stove. And then right here, I'm doing the half bath and the entranceway. The entranceway is a little bit different because you walk in and you immediately see a wall, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I also feel like it is a little bit more realistic. Yeah, and then like I said, I just jump over to the basement. So the basement was really fun for me to build, and you'll see why. Like, it turns out really good. I'm really proud of it. Like I said, the style of the basement's a lot different than the rest of the house. And I actually was able to get a guest room and a guest bathroom down here, and I used some of the new like Island Paradise stuff in the guest bedroom. I don't know, I really like it. My favorite room probably is the guest bathroom, though, because it turned out really good. You guys see, I used a lot of the jungle adventure stuff. So yeah, I wanted to make the basement. I like to put basements in like, finished basements in my houses. And I guess, apparently, like, basements aren't really that common. Like, I talk to people who, like, live in Florida, and they're like, oh no, you're never gonna find a basement in Florida. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, it's really rare to find a basement in Florida. Which makes sense, because I live in Ohio, where we're like the tail end of Tornado Alley. So we don't see a ton of tornadoes, you know, like maybe like Oklahoma would see. But we do have pretty bad storms sometimes, and so you find basements here in Ohio. People have basements, whether they're finished or not. You know, a lot of people don't have finished basements, but I know a lot of people who do, and a finished basement is something that I've always wanted in my house when we buy a house. But anyways, yeah, apparently basements are not that common, but I wanted to make the basement like a place where the family would go to watch movies together, or maybe work on some skills. I put a desk down here, and I put some exercise equipment off to the side, on the other side of the stairs in that little room. Kind of just like a small area where they can exercise, and yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got some skills in there. I'm trying to think if I put a chess table in. I try to usually get something, you know, like a chess table, an easel, something in every build that I do, but I don't remember if I put one outside. This does have a garage to it. It's kind of like a workshop is what I turned it into, since it's not an actual garage, because, you know, no cars. And I put some stuff out there to build skills, so I think like the woodworking bench is out there, and maybe the flower arranging one, I don't quite remember. When you see the outside, you'll see that it does have like an above ground pool, and yeah, we'll talk about that when we get outside, but I got some screenshots of that as well. But unfortunately, like I said, it's fall in my game, so you don't see, like, it's not a very glamorous picture. Like, it's kind of dark and cold feeling. So you wouldn't want to swim in that pool right now. But here I am just adding some decoration to the bookcase. And yeah, I think shortly in a minute you'll see me go over to do the like the little exercise room and get some equipment in there. But yeah, I put a pet bed down here. I love how the little bar area turned out. I added those little walls because I wanted it to feel open but still feel separated. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like how it turned out because it looks really neat when you're in game. If you hit the tab key and it looks like you get that first person point of view. It looks really nice, so I'm pretty pleased with that as well. And then this little room off to the side that I'm working on right now, I put it as like maybe it was still part of the basement that didn't get finished. And I stuck a lot of different holiday items in here that when your sim buys the house, they're already there, so you can just pretend like your sim goes and picks them out, and that way if you are playing without cheats or whatever and you can't afford to buy more holiday objects, it's already been included in your house and your sim just has to go dig them out of storage. Over here I added a laundry room. I wanted to put the laundry room upstairs, but obviously you saw how cramped that was and I didn't get it up there. But I wanted to make it bright and pretty, and I'm fairly happy with how that turned out. So, I want to know, do you guys feel like I should do a Let's Play with the current family that I'm playing, because I'm really enjoying them? So, a lot of times in the past when I've done Let's Plays, if you're new here, one thing that you need to know about me is I've started so many Let's Plays and I've stopped them, unfortunately, because I just get bored. I don't know, or I feel like I don't know what to do. Do you guys ever do that? Like, do you get to a point where you're just like, I don't know what else to do in my game, or it's not fun anymore, or, for me, what happens a lot is my Sims will get so much money that, like, we basically have everything and it's just not fun anymore. Sorry guys, my throat's really scratchy. So I find that happens a lot with me, and I want to keep my Let's Plays interesting. So let me tell you a little bit about that. I already told you about Aaliyah. Aaliyah's a florist. She has a toddler boy named Lance, and she's pregnant right now. I'm hoping for a girl. Akira works. I didn't change any of the physical features about him, but I did change his hair and his outfits and his his personality. So in my game, Akira is a little bit more all business. So he works in the business career, and I believe he's at, I want to say he's at stage 6 or 7. And so he's charismatic, he has the logic skill, and he's just kind of like the typical businessman. Like, he comes home, unfortunately he doesn't spend a lot of time with the kids or his wife, because when he gets home he's typically on the computer still working on business stuff. So that's put a little bit of strain in the relationship between Akira and Aaliyah. So on the other hand, Aaliyah, I believe, is at gardening skill 8, I think, and she is she's fairly down to earth. She's good. She enjoys being with her children. She enjoys being at home. Yeah, she loves all those things. She wants to open up a flower shop. She is a little bit sad that she doesn't get to spend much time with Akira because he's gone a lot, and again, that's put a strain on their relationship. So I'm thinking, they are both, by the way, they are both adults, so they're not quite elders. I think they have like 14 sim games, both before they turn into elders. I'm not sure on that. But I was thinking it would be so much fun to play with them, and then maybe have one of their kids carry on their florist legacy or something when they pass away, or we could just play as the kids. I'm not sure. I don't know where I'm going to go with it, but I've really been thinking about doing a Let's Play with it because I've had so much fun with it in the past, and I don't want to change anything. I just want to jump into it and give you guys the story and say, this is where I'm at, let's keep going. I thought that would be really fun because I tend to start with like brand new Sims that I just make and they're just now starting out, but these guys have built a foundation. They have a history, and I think that gives my Let's Plays a little bit more depth and a little bit more, it keeps it a little bit more interesting, because there's a history there. So let me know what you guys think. I think we could build a little legacy with Akira and Aaliyah. Maybe we'll get another puppy since Pippa is gone. I'm not sure. I really want to do a Let's Play, but at the same time, I still want to keep my New Crest series going because, I don't know, like when I do at least some speed builds, which is what I absolutely loved. I love doing speed builds. It just, I don't know, it keeps everything interesting and fun for me. So, but anyways, we are outside now. This, like I said, you didn't get to see a lot of the gardening, but I did kind of, maybe you do get to see some of the gardening. I kind of mapped out on my game. So as you can see, we finished the garage. I did a small garden off to the side. It's just for maybe somebody who like maybe grows vegetables, but it's not really in the gardening career. And yeah, you see me mess around with. You guys do get to see me do the landscape. Look at this. I can't get it together, but you see me, like I kind of mapped it out first. With, like I just like drew, like, okay, well this is the dirt, this is where the garden's gonna go. Yeah, so I kind of mapped out my area, but you also saw in the back that above ground pool with a deck off of it, and I thought it would be really fun because not everybody, like, I don't want all my Sims to have in-ground pools. Like, I feel like that's not realistic. So I stuck that pool up, and I gave it a blue siding because I'm sure you guys have seen, like, the kind of, like, bigger blue pools that are maybe, like, held together with, looks like plastic pipes or something. So that's kind of what I was going for, but it's a little bit more of like a permanent pool. It's got a deck on it, and I do put some seating areas in there so the kids can play. I thought it would just be really fun to like have that. So here I am messing around with the garden. It's so tedious, you guys. I can't. I despise gardening on The Sims. Like, not gardening, but landscaping. I love doing the gardening career, but I hate landscaping on The Sims. Like, I don't know, I feel like that turned out okay. Like, that wasn't bad. Also, I want you to know what I was going for is you see that opening on the road? I wasn't sure what way my house should face, so I was like, well, you know what, we'll just have, like, you know, the house will face front, and then we'll have, like, the garage that opens to that area. Like, maybe they would drive in that way. I don't know. And then, like, here I am what am I doing? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I repaint everything. Lord. I need to, like, watch more tutorials or something, because, I don't know, but I feel like I've done everything that, like, all the tutorials say to do. Like, I map everything out. I make it look, you know, realistic. I just can't figure out what flowers go with what. I still don't feel like, I feel like it could have been better, but I guess it's not, like, absolutely horrid. And then I realized that my door was gone, too. Like, I told you guys how, like, I went into the save and, like, everything was gone. I was like, did I just not put a door in there? But I did. I put a door in there and it disappeared on me. Is anybody else having that issue? Because that's really annoying. Like, just little things around my house had disappeared. I'm like, what? What is going on? I don't know. We are coming up on the screenshots soon. Yep, here we go. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this speed build and listening to my rambles. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, hit the bell notifications, and you will be notified anytime I upload a video. Let me know what you think on the Let's Play, if we should go ahead and start that. And keep an eye out for more speed builds. They're coming your way. Yay! I love you guys all. Bye.